Today is the first day of Black History Month, and we want to take a moment to discuss the origin story of the month itself. In 1926, historian and author Dr. Carter G. Woodson initiated the first Negro History Week, selecting a week in February that included the birthdays of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln, two key figures who played prominent roles in a particular aspect of Black history, the quest to end slavery. The era of the first Negro History Weeks was one of massive change for Black Americans, many of whom had fled dire living conditions in the South for factory jobs in the North, where they'd soon find themselves in sometimes ugly battles for available blue-collar jobs with white ethnic immigrants from parts of Europe, like Italy and Ireland and Germany. The Harlem Renaissance was in full swing, and soon the Jazz Age would be too, creating an era of epic Black cultural achievement. And yet, racism touched nearly every aspect of Black life. And soon would come the anti-lynching movement that led to the Civil Rights Movement and eventually the passage of the Civil Rights and Voting Rights Acts. President Gerald Ford officially recognized Black History Month in 1976, the year of America's bicentennial. Now, I was still in elementary school, where Denver Public Schools would bus us to this downtown program that encouraged us to celebrate ourselves and multiculturalism once Black History Month was a thing. Before that, the place we got the most affirmation as Black kids was often on Sesame Street, and from Black history icons like the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
My clothes are different. My face is different. My hair is different. But I am somebody.
I am somebody. A simple yet vital lesson, which was also the crux of Sojourner Truth's message in her famous speech about Black and women's rights in 1851. Much has changed since that speech in Akron, but so much has not. Our children are still dying. 60 years after Emmett Till's killers were acquitted by an all-white jury, Tamir Rice, an unarmed 12-year-old child, was killed by a white police officer. The drive to erase Black history continues. A bill has been introduced in the Mississippi Senate that would withhold state funds from any school teaching from the 1619 Project. Lincoln and Douglas would roll in their graves. Black Americans are getting vaccinated at lower rates than white Americans. GOP voter suppression efforts are ramping up in Georgia and Arizona and more. And still, video after video of Black men and women and children getting killed or abused by police. Progress isn't always linear. It can feel fragile and reversible. It's why we witnessed a white supremacist mob attacking our Capitol 2 weeks after the first Black woman vice president took her oath and 1 day after Georgia elected its first Black and Jewish senators. There is still so much work to do. Our need for an intensive self-examination when it comes to race didn't stop in November 2020 or November 2008 or in 1976. So let's honor the father of Black history by calling for action well beyond February 28th, while uplifting Black excellence and Black joy this day and the next. Happy Black History Month. And that's tonight's ReidOut.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.